Hello everybody, welcome to Manifesting with me, Lee, where I get to share my manifestation experiences in the hopes of helping you to manifest better. If you are joining us for the first time, my name is Lee. Okay, my full name is Lerato, but Lee. And Lerato actually means love, okay? So I'm committed to this love thing. I'm committed to helping you with your SP, guys, and I'm also giving mentorship sessions. So if you feel that this is too tough for you, like you can't do this on your own, you need somebody to hold your hand, to keep you accountable, to remind you of your power, I'm here to do all of that. I will leave all the details in the description box below. All you have to do is just drop me an email. All right, so today I actually like today's message that I have for all of you guys, okay? I know it sounds like I'm hyping myself up, but just because it's true, okay? It's true. Stop creating a version of your SP that does not like you, or that does not want you, or that does not love you, or that's not interested in you. It doesn't matter how you put it, but you need to stop it now. Stop it right now. Madam here is telling you to stop it. Okay, you need to stop that. Why am I so passionate about today's message, and why does it feel like it's just getting me all jiggly? It's because I did it for so long, and then I expected my SP to show me love, to shower me with love and kindness, but all the while, you guys, I was out here thinking nothing but the worst about him. I was so focused on how he was treating me outwardly that I forgot my power. That okay, here I am looking at the law of attraction, the law of assumption, and all of them, they point out at me as the operant power, but I was not operating in my power. I had all this power. It's like having the keys and you're locked outside the house and it's raining and the storms and the weather is bad and attacks can happen at any time, and here you are, you have the key, but you just won't unlock the house because you just don't know that this is the key that could unlock this particular door to get into the house and be safe. That's what happens. It's insanity what we are doing, right? And that's no disrespect or anything, but I just want you guys to get to this point, guys, that we are our own worst enemies when it comes to manifesting. Manifesting is faith, belief that in your power, in the power of your subconscious, that what we become, what we think about, you know, whatever we are busy telling our hearts forms a belief, and once that belief is formed, it manifests as an experience, and we need to know that. And so I cannot sit here and think negatively about all of you and then expect you guys to show up in the opposite way. We've been taught wrong all along. We've been taught to rely on luck and all those kind of things, that luck operates that you don't have to do anything, but you can expect you can be negative all day and then something good will just happen bam out of the blue, but that's living on chances. But you can guarantee an outcome that's going to make you happy in life, and that means that you start to visualize that. You start to imagine that, you start to feel it into being. I'm going to make a video about feeling versus affirming. I do have something about that. I have a lot to say about that, actually. But honestly, you guys, whichever way that you can tap into your power. Some people tap into their powers through visualizing. Some people tap into their power through affirming. Some people tap into their power through scripting. Some people tap into their power through, doing all sorts of stuff, right? Role play and looking into the mirror techniques, the different ways in which you can, tap into your power, into the subconscious vortex. You need to get to that point. You need to train your mind and don't give up. And I see a lot of people are giving up, A lot of people are giving up. In life, you have to be determined. You have to be determined to go after what you want up until it happens. The reason why we don't end up seeing things through is because we get tired too quickly. If you fail under pressure, then your strength is too small. And that applies to every area of your life. I'm not just going to focus on the SP. It applies to every area of your life. And there's this mentality when it comes to us, when we are manifesting people, that, manifesting human beings is difficult. You got to get that out of the way. Every thought Every mentality that is against the law of assumption actually working in your life, you have to get rid of it. You have to abort it. And how do you abort it? By moving your mind away, shifting your mindset away from the reality. This is just the logic of how things are working. Remember, this is a different dimension. Like when you are manifesting, guys, it's got nothing to do with logic. You are not in the state of logic here. You go into what people now call as illogical or delusional. You won't get anything unless you go to that state of being delusional and illogical, and because that's your world where everything is perfect. So why, when you got all this wealth of knowledge that you are the operant power, that what you think about predominantly is what manifests, you know all these things, why do you doubt your power? Why then do you look at your SP and put them on the pedestal and think that their behavior gets to determine the kind of relationship that you're going to have with them? Your strength is too small. You got to pray. You got to train yourself, right? You got to train yourself to really believe what you're telling it. Even with negativity, I'm going to tell you something here. Even with negativity, took you a while for you to believe, to think that way, until it became this natural thing. It's just the way it is. It's not just the way it is. It's been wired into your brain through what? Repetitive exposure to something forms a belief. Then the belief naturally manifests. Then you think it's automatic. That's just the way things are. No, things can be just the way you want them to be by the order of you doing what? Repetitively thinking about them. Repetitively you uttering the words of affirmation to say, well, my SP and I in a loving, committed relationship. My SP is crazy about me. Me and my SP are happy together. Me and my SP are closer than ever before. My SP and I, you know, we're more in love with each other than we've ever been in ages. So all these things, they depend on you. For instance, you want your SP to call you. You want your SP to call you and to tell you all these things. The first thing to do is to imagine, to visualize the phone call, to visualize how the phone call would go. Before you can actually expect the phone call to happen, create a scenario in your mind where the phone call is happening exactly the way you want it. Even if it's just a one-liner, or like you see only one particular scene so vividly in your mind that you actually hear it taking place in your mind, can actually hear it in your ears. Your SP talking to you, guys having a phone call, or imagine the phone call is ringing and it's your SP. You can have that image in your mind all day long. You can loop on it as long as you want. Every time you think of your SP, just loop on the image that you have created on them. If you see you and your SP dating, you can imagine the two of you, maybe your favorite scene with your SPs. Maybe you are the person who likes cuddling. So you can imagine that scene of cuddling with your SP. That could be the only image that you can hold very still in your mind. But you don't have to but what's definitely not going to work is you focusing on the 3D behavior of your SP and expecting your SP to show up the way that you would hope that they would show up. It wasn't up until I really changed my beliefs about my SP that, guys, honestly speaking, he started changing when I started to change. When I changed internally about him, he started to reflect what I was thinking about him, meaning that he's a direct reflection of my thoughts about him. Okay? Honestly speaking, I don't want to lie to you. It's just how life is. The minute you start thinking good about someone, you start feeling good about them. And when you feel good about them, you send the energies out. And then to them, actually, they feel them, and the energy of love, the energy of happiness, it pulls them to you. They feel like, oh my gosh, let me just go there and call them. And they even think it's their idea that they called you out of the blue. Meanwhile, you created that. Have fun with this manifestation methods in visualizing, affirming, and all those kind of things. If you're not a visualizing person, then you can affirm on the loop, however way you want to affirm. When you wake up in the morning, during the day, I always say, I affirm whenever I think about my SP. Whenever I think about my SP, then I affirm. Or then I visualize. Or sometimes because I'm too busy, on my busiest days, what I do is I'll wake up in the morning and I'll visualize. I'll be in the moment. I literally get in. When I visualize, you guys, I literally get into that state. Like I go deep with the feelings. I've actually kind of mastered this thing of just embodying all of that in my reality. Like it happens now. And then within no time, my SP would do the very same thing. I've actually gotten to that point now of visualizing, which is very scary. And when I also visualize the negative things and exhibit doubt in my imagination, he literally manifests that immediately with my SP. And that's how he has always been. And I just got it now after manifesting him for 2 years now. So it's something that you have to train your mind into doing. I like imagination. So imagination is my superpower when it comes to assuming and attracting things into my life. Imagination, visualization, imagination, like those inner conversations. I am like there. That's my A game there. So you need to find what works for you. You like affirming, you can affirm. I like imagining things to death. If I need to say that, sorry guys. But honestly, I imagine something up until I can't imagine it anymore. That's just how I am. And then it happens because I feel it, and then I live it out, and then I'm done. But by the end of the day, literally, my SP would call me, or he would show up at my doorstep, or he would come and do exactly that, literally. So you must find that good place for you and your SP, and you need to stop creating versions of your SP. Get his or her words of saying, I don't want to be with you, I'm not ready for a relationship, blah blah, whatever it is that they said to you in the 3D. It doesn't matter what they said. We don't care about what they said. We really don't. It doesn't matter what they said in the 3D. We are not shaken by what we see. We are only shaken by what is in here in our subconscious mind. So you have to make sure that what shakes you in your subconscious mind is something that you want to see. All right? Guys, there is no other way. There's no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts, sorry. There are no shortcuts to this whole thing. The shortcut you created in here. You create it in here, but you cannot think negatively about your SP. You cannot meditate the whole day. Every time you think about your SP, every time you open your mouth about your SP, you only mention doom. Doom, 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 doom. He's just difficult. He's just not the kind of person. She's just, I don't know, she's distant. She's just she's just lazy when it comes to communication. And then you expect them to show up loving on you, calling you. You think somehow by talking negatively about them that's just gonna make a positive turnaround when all you speak about them is doom. They ought to reflect doom in your reality. Why? Because that's all you say. That's all you think about them. If you are exhibiting occasional doubts, you got to be able to crush them. Affirm on the spot. If you feel that you're being triggered, affirm on the spot. Like, listen, no matter what I think, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, this person is mine. I have my SP. My SP is mine. My SP is my beloved, and I am theirs. But this whole thing of us, it's insanity. It's insanity, guys. We need to get rid of that. We need to start being disciplined and following the rules of the law of assumption. They are simple. They just say that you are the operant power. What you predominantly think about is what you will experience. And you get to determine how your SP shows up. You get to determine the outcomes that you get. You get what you think about the most. So if you see that your SP is not treating you very well, go back and think. Go back and reassess your thoughts about them. Even those innermost thoughts, the ones that are at the bottom of your soul, those ones, you need to think about them as well. You need to go and reevaluate every little thing. And if you find that there's something you don't like, try to find out why is it that you think that way. You might have to now do self-concept as well as affirming for your SP as well as affirming for your self-concept. You might have to do that simultaneously. Works like a charm. Okay? You cannot. So I'm going to tell you right now how you see your SP in your mind. How you speak about them, how you think about them, how you see them in your mind is how you're going to get them. Literally, is how you're going to get them. All right? So stop creating versions of your SP that don't like you. Stop rehearsing on the things that they said that discouraged you. Stop focusing on what they're doing in their behavior, in their 3D. Oh my goodness. And anything that could be a stumbling block, anything that could be a limiting belief, anything that could be a block, get rid of it. Okay? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. That's not how we roll here. We roll by us knowing what we want and visualizing on that up until it shows up in our reality, because that is the law. That is the law of assumption. You become what you think about. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate it. And good luck. Stay disciplined, and I'll see you on the other side of consistency. Love you so much, and I cannot wait to hear from you. Bye.